Hello everybody, Sir Beaton here and welcome back to another past paper practice video. In this video we will be looking at some multiple choice type questions on computation. So let's head straight into the first one. So this question says negative 3 raised to the second power plus negative 2 raised to the second power is equal to. So for this question we have negative 3 raised to the second power plus negative 2 raised to the second power. So we know negative 3 raised to the second power is the same as negative 3 multiplied by negative 3. A negative times a negative would be a positive. 3 times 3 would be 9 plus negative 2 would be the same thing. Negative 2 times negative 2. A negative times a negative would be a positive. 2 times 2 is 4. So 9 plus 4 would simply be 13. So the answer is D, 13. So next question says, what is the value of the digit 6 in the number 48.621? So we want the value of the digit 6. So we have 48.621 and we want the value of this digit, the number directly after the decimal point. So we know here is tenths, hundredths, thousands. So tenths, so the value of this digit would be 6 over 10. And if we divide 6 by 10, we'll get 0.6, would be the same position in which the 6 is in here. So the answer is 6 over 10, which is B. So next one says, this is a very easy one. What number when added to 1 and 1 over 3 gives 2? So we know in order to get a whole here, we need to turn this into 3 over 3. So we need to add 2 over 3 to 1 over 3, and that will give me 3 over 3, which is a whole. So 1 plus this one would give me 2. So the answer is 2 over 3, which is simply B. And the next question says, the next term in the sequence 1, 6, 13, 22, 33 is. So we see, let's try to pick up a pattern here of this sequence. So we see 1 to 6, what do? We add 5. And then from 6 to 13, we add 7. And then from 13 to 22, we see we add 9. And then from 22 to 33, we see we add 11. So as you can see, we are increasing by 2 for every number that we jump to. So in order to move from 33 to the next number in the sequence, we will add 13 to 33. This will be 33 plus 13 would give me 3 and 3 would 6. 3 and 1 would be 4. So 46 would be the next number in the sequence. So the answer is C. And the next question says, what is the least number of apples that can be shared equally among 6, 10, or 15 children? So they want the least number of apples. So we're talking about the lowest common multiple of 6, 10, and 15. So let's just list some multiples of 6. So some multiples of 6 would be 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. So let's list some multiples of 10. So we start 10 and then 20 and then 30 and then 40. And then some multiples of 50 will be 15, 30, 45. And we want the lowest common multiple of 6, 10, and 15 because we want the least number of apples that can be shared equally among 6, 10, or 15 children. So we see the lowest common multiple here would be we have 30 here, we have 30 here, and we have 30 here. We have 15 here, which is lower than 30, but that is not in any other. We have 20 here as well, but that is not in any other. And so the lowest common multiple would be 30. So the answer here is B, 30. So this one says, a certain amount of money is shared among Jay, Troy, and Jordan in the ratio 2 to 3 to 9. If Troy received $40 more than Jay, then the amount of money shared is. So we see we have Jay, Troy, and Jordan. And the ratio that the money is shared among them is 2 to 3 to 9. So they said that if Troy received $40 more than Jay, so Troy received $40 more than Jay. And as we can see, the difference between the Troy received 1 extra share than Jay. So that 1 extra share will amount to $40. So we can say the most important thing when we are dealing with ratio is to find the value of one share. So since one share amounts to $40, we can say one share is equal to $40. So if $40 is the value for one share, then the amount of money shared would be, so we add up all of the shares, which would be 2 plus 3 plus 9. So 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 9 would be 14. So we have 14 shares in all. So to get the amount of money shared, we multiply the 40 by the 14. So remember, we don't have calculators in this paper. So we multiply, so we put a 0 there. 1 times 0 is 0, 1 times 4 is 4. 4 times 0 is 0, 4 times 4 is 16. So the total of money shared would be 0 and 0 is 0. 0 plus 6 is 6. 4 plus 1 is 5. So the total of money shared would be $560, which is D. And that is how we can find the ratio. Remember ratio, the key thing is to find the value of one share. Read the question carefully and ensure you find that value of one share, and then you can answer anything in a ratio. So with that, this has brought me to the end of this video. I tackled some multiple choice questions on computation. I trust that these questions brought out some concepts, and I want you to use these concepts to practice more questions like these. Remember, practice makes perfect, and that is how you will ace this exam. So I'll see you in the next video, in which I'll be tackling some more questions. Take care.